stem upgrade. And yep, those upgrades are just about done. One quick thing I will mention for the supply depots, I probably should have mentioned this earlier. Blizzard gave the supply depot some new functionality in Starcraft 2, as they have the ability to lower and raise. As you can see right there, this does provide new opportunity for the Terran. I'll actually show you a little bit here. You are able to create kind of a wall at your ramp, and I'll actually... Generally, you don't want your wall to consist of 3 supply depots. Just for this tutorial, I'll do that just because it's easier to do. And as soon as that's done, I will show you what I'm talking about, because walls are something that every Terran player should get used to making, as they definitely help Terrans win games. So I am going to go ahead and cover the command center just a little bit here. It does have some new functionality. You do have the ability to upgrade it to an orbital command, which this is kind of the economy / support upgrade, and I will end up doing that in just a minute here, so I will cover that more in depth when I go that route. However, do note that this command center does also have the ability to upgrade to a planetary fortress. What this is basically a giant honking gun will raise up from this command center, and it will effectively deter any sort of light rush or economy harassment that is land-based from occurring from any opponents that you may face. It definitely does a lot of damage. I think it's like 40, so it does a lot of damage, and it kind of has a little bit of an AoE splash to it as well, a little bit of an explosion. So go ahead and get that if if the need arises. However, keep in mind that it will not be able to lift off. So if you build the planetary fortress, you need to be ready to keep that command center there, as it will not be moving unless you destroy it. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the orbital command here, and you'll see that it does kind of rise out. This is actually something you can pay attention to in fighting a Terran opponent. You can see what they're building from their command center. As it rises out, you'll slowly see a little satellite dish pop out here. So whereas if he were building a planetary fortress, kind of a giant cannon would rise out of it slowly there. So I'm going to go ahead and focus up here on the wall. I am building an expansion that I'm going to fly down there in just a minute. This is the wall I was talking about. You'll see that with these depots up, I am not able to get down the ramp, nor are units able to get up the ramp. However, if you select your depots, you can select one or all. You'll see now I am able to indeed go up and down the ramp. Good times are had by all. So this will let you kind of control the flow of units to and from your base. Also, if you want to let your units out slowly, you don't want to completely let your guard down, you can just lower one and raise it back up. One common mistake that Terran players make, especially the newer ones, is they will leave one down and then they'll forget about it. 30 seconds later, here come the 12 Zerglings. You're smacking your forehead, wishing you could redo that, and you're going to take a loss because of it. So keep that in mind. Put a sticky note on your monitor if you have to, but don't ever let that happen, as the embarrassment will drive you insane. So we do have one more building to cover here before we move on further down the tech tree. This is the engineering bay. It is fairly similar to the one in StarCraft 1 that the Terrans had. It does contain a few additional upgrades, and one thing I do want to note is that it does not have the ability to lift off. So I don't know why. I mean, it has, let me see if I can show you here. It does have kind of a little engine right here. I'm guessing Blizzard was going to at one point let you do that, but I guess they took it out for whatever reason. I guess they figured it was a non-essential structure, but anyways, it does contain the weapon and armor upgrades for the Terran infantry. It also does contain a couple different upgrades here. This one adds +1 range to missile turrets, auto turrets, which we'll cover in a little bit, the planetary fortress, and point defense drones. This upgrade will allow you to increase the cargo space of your bunkers by 2. And it also provides extra cargo space for command centers and planetary fortresses. I'll cover that in just a second when I review the orbital command here. And also, this will upgrade the armor of structures by 2. That's pretty straightforward. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and get all 3 because I can. Okay, and these SCVs, I'm going to go ahead and send them down here super quick. You'll see that the SCVs are going to go ahead and just kind of go around these two supply depots. Maybe not. Epic fail. I know why that happened. It's because I right-clicked down here before I sent my supply depot down. So that's something else you should keep in mind. Make sure you don't make that mistake of sending your SCVs on a command that leads them past the depots before actually lowering the depots, as they will set the pathing as soon as you issue the command, and they will not adjust their pathing if you make any changes to the depot here. So for now, I've got these upgrades going at my engineering bay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the orbital command a little bit here. I do have the ability to lift off, first of all, with the orbital command. This is the 800-pound gorilla of the Terran economy from the orbital command. It's called the Mule. It's something new in Starcraft 2, and what it does is, I will go ahead and show you here. I've left-clicked the ability, and I'm going to click on a mineral patch. As when you do this, it tells the mule to start harvesting automatically from the patch you click on. You'll see that the mule does land in a little drop pod here, and it is going to go ahead and start mining like crazy. These things will actually bring in 30 minerals at a time. That's right, per harvest they will bring in 30 minerals. That was 30 minerals just now. The average SCV, the average mineral patch will let you bring 5 minerals per time for SCV. And a high yield mineral patch will let you bring 7 per SCV trip. The mules do let you bring 30, and they will mine from a mineral field even while an SCV is mining from it. So you see these two are sharing this right here. They are being good buddies as they are sharing this mineral patch. And the mule does have a certain time duration. You can see right here it is 90 seconds and the timer is ticking down. When the mule disappears, it will drop any minerals that it was currently carrying, and they'll be gone. But that's okay, because I mean, it's more than paid for itself just by the simple fact that it's been there for 90 seconds. And I'm going to go ahead and build a planetary fortress here. And anyway, so you've seen the mule here. Oh, something else that is really cool you can do with the mule, they can repair. They can repair. So it's something you won't see too often, is people will take their mules and they'll drop it down. Let's pretend this is the front lines of the battle here. So you've got your mule, and you can see that it does have the repair ability. One nice thing in Starcraft 2 that they introduced for the Terrans is you can right-click, and this mule will now begin auto-repairing everything within its immediate vicinity. So definitely a good kind of fire and forget repair thing here. They will continue to repair even if you have your army selected and you're in the middle of a fight. You'll be able to summon these mules down to kind of get on the spot mid-fight repairing. So you generally don't see them used for that because they're so powerful economic-wise. But just keep in mind, it does have that functionality, and you can get creative with it and really do whatever you want. So anyways, next ability we have for the orbital command is the extra supply call down. This basically doubles the amount of supply that a supply depot can generate. And I went ahead and clicked that, and I'm going to click on a supply depot, and you'll see a kind of little box flies down with the logo of your choice on it. And it does function still, just like a normal depot. It will raise and lower, except now it generates twice the supply that a normal depot does. Definitely good for on the spot supply depot increasing. Well, that made no sense whatsoever. It's definitely good for increasing your supply immediately. If you really need to get your supply up as soon as possible, drop a kind of extra supply depot thing down, and that will do the trick. The last ability that the orbital command has is the scanner sweep. This should be familiar to you if you've ever played StarCraft 1. You will see that a giant